Why supercar when you can hypercar? Wow. Oh my God, the time has come. Here we are with the glorious Porsche Carrera GT. So let me introduce to you our latest acquisition, the hypercar, the Carrera GT. Oh my God, I've been waiting for this day so long. We ordered this car 3 months ago, actually more, and it took that long to get it here. I'm just, yeah, speechless. Whilst we wait for Mark to set up the truck, we're gonna take this beast out as soon as it touches the tarmac. That's what the Carrera GT sounds like. That. Oh wow. Is there anything that looks better than this? The presence of this car, the sound, is phenomenal. F1 inspired. Good? Yep. Absolutely sensational. Look at that. 20-inch rims at the back, 19-inch rims at the front, and an F1 sound. And Mark coming out the door. Everything is carbon fiber. That engine lid is carbon fiber. The roof panels, carbon fiber. The monocoque, carbon fiber. The seats, carbon fiber. The doors, carbon fiber. The whole chassis, carbon fiber. And this is the spectacle of Porsche engineering. With a 5.7 litre V10, 0 to 100 in 3.57 seconds, and quarter mile of none other than 10.97 seconds, this car, in its era, 2005, was unheard of. It had a Nürburgring lap time of 7 minutes and 24 seconds. At that time, that was the world's fastest. And here it is. The hypercar to end all hypercars in my opinion. Completely analog, manual stick shift, barely any traction control, no ABS, nothing. You've got 15-inch ceramic discs up front and 15-inch up at the rear, 6-piston calipers. This thing stops like no other. This car here sounds like no other. F1 with the most glorious sounding, most glorious looking V10 motor and push rod suspension on the front and rear. The Carrera GT is one of the world's greatest. This is what the key looks like. Kind of primitive, but pretty good for its day and age. GT on the top there, quite similar to a standard 996 key, but again, completely different in its own right. So let's jump in and see what this car's all about. For starters, it's hard to get into. It's a carbon tub, and what you realize is that the ignition is on the left-hand side. The reason why is because the Le Mans racing cars, the 917, which is a 1970 and 1971 Le Mans 24-hour winner, had their key on the left-hand side. So what happened was, people had to run from a start line all the way to the car, and they had to make it as quick as possible where they can put the key in, start the car up, and touch the gear knob and take off. And this is the same setup here today in this Carrera GT. And on top of that, we've got the Beechwood gear knob, which is found in the 917 Le Mans winner, which this here pays tribute to that exact car. First impressions, this car is really compact, really tight. it is very bare, very basic. We've got window switches here. We've got the aircon controls over here, 3 of them. We've got something here that's pretty much like a cigarette lighter ashtray. No lighter in there, just an ashtray. We've got that gear knob, which is perfectly positioned. That's why Porsche now, with the new 991s, have positioned their gearboxes here. So the gear knob is positioned right in this spot. Back then, this was unusual. We've got a radio here, which is ultra compact, never seen anything like it before. Hazard lights, and the spoiler button, which we must press, because otherwise, if this isn't pressed, the spoiler deploys at 110 kilometers per hour. This thing has blown my mind away. Right now, I'm super excited. I've never been in a Carrera GT. This is the first time that I've sat in my actual car. And here we are today. Carbon fiber roof with the Q pattern on the top here, which is that diamond pattern roof lining. We've got carbon fiber on the doors. We've got leather everywhere. It's just amazing. I absolutely adore every bit of this car. This is well set up. It's just carbon fiber heaven. And seriously, I don't think I like any other hypercar more than this. This is meant to be the best driver's car out there. And look at that. We've got a gear stick, a manual gearbox, a V10 that sounds like an F1 car. Well, in fact, the V10 that's in this car is derived from an F1 car, Formula 1. The same motor that Porsche built for footwork, Arrow's F1 team, is in this car here. So that was a failed project. They didn't proceed with it in the footwork team. So Porsche used it in this car here and in their prototype Le Mans car. And this is what we have here today. Enough talk, let's get it started. One thing that you notice in this car is you have to touch the clutch pedal, lift it off first, then press the gas pedal. So sensitive. Why? It's because it's a twin ceramic plated clutch that is all carbon fiber. Everything's carbon in this car. It's just so unusual, so different. This sitting position is so correct. It is so perfect for me right now. I really like it. It's like a race car. You're just sitting in a race car. And the sound that comes out of the engine, so you can hear it. Don't forget, I'm really scared driving this car, as a lot of people are. They fear this car. This is the most feared car. Even Walter Rowe, the Porsche race driver, said that this is one of the most scariest cars he's ever driven. It is wild. Put it that way, we thought that the F40 is wild. This gets even worse than the F40. Makes the F40 look timid. Wow. So tight, it hugs the roads. But I'm not going to give away too much. We're going to give this car a full all-out blown review on its own. At this time, we're just going to enjoy it and test it out and see what it's like for the first drive. It's a bit hard to see out of at times, but there's a lot of visibility everywhere. From every mirror, every window, you can see a lot. But being a left-hand drive car, it's kind of different. So you've got to be really careful when you drive it here in Australia. So you could see when I started it up, the handbrake is in the wrong place. It's on that left-hand side. You've got to be really careful when you wear a watch and you're taking a handbrake, pulling it down and pulling it up. You don't want to scratch the carbon fiber, because the minute you scratch the monocoque, you can't replace it. Oh, so glorious. Right now we're running the aircon. The aircon works pretty well. The brakes are phenomenal. This car stops. Handles, insane. Insane. This by far is one of my favorite cars. Definitely my favorite analog hypercar.